What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's transfer, news roundup at this point. The transfer window has slammed shut. I'm going to take you through what we've managed to do, what we haven't managed to do, and what may be in store for the future. As we sit here, we still wait some official confirmations, but I'm going to take you through the Isak situation, the sad ending to the Marc Guehi situation. We'll talk a little bit about Harvey Elliott. We'll have a look at the net spendometer and how that looked at the end of the window, and a couple of other bits and pieces. Rest assured, Alexander Isak is a Liverpool player. He will be wearing the number 9, and that announcement video from the club should be forthcoming very, very soon. As always, my friends, I do want to know your thoughts, so let me know in the comment section. Drop a like on the video if you enjoy it, and of course, I'd love you to hit that subscribe button. Let me sincerely apologise for not being able to come back on tonight for a 9 p.m. stream. Family matters, pressing family matters came to the fore, and of course family comes first, so I've got to make sure I can sort those out. For now, I'm going to run you through what we know. As always, appreciate your support. So here's what we do know. Alexander Isak is a Liverpool player. That is confirmed. The paperwork is in. He is on his way over to join up with the Swedish international team, and hopefully he'll get some invaluable minutes there. But what it does mean is Liverpool end the summer transfer window without the signature of Marc Guehi, and this is how this situation kind of came to fruition over the last day. So the deal sheet was put in. So at 7 p.m. tonight, there was still hope from both sides that this deal could get done. But ultimately, Oliver Glasner threw his toys out of his pram and put an ultimatum to his chief executive. Either you keep Marc Guehi or I walk. And that's not me saying that, that's the journalist saying that. So what I think here is it set a dangerous precedent for Steve Parish, because now he's at the behest of the manager. But ultimately, we will sign Marc Guehi. He will become a Liverpool player. It'll just have to be in January or next summer. I'll take you through more of what that may mean in a second. But Chris Williams, journalist, has said this. Sources, Glasner went as far as to say if Guehi left, he'd offer his resignation. Liverpool senior staff travel back to London, expected that a deal in January will be discussed for Marc Guehi. So we do know, as Vinny O'Connor of Sky has said, that Isak is a Liverpool player. We're still waiting for the announcement video. We've already seen little clips and bits and pieces of Isak, so I'm looking forward to his first interview in particular. This one from James Pearce around Marc Guehi said, still expect Guehi to become a Liverpool player at some point in the future, or not tonight. But the big breaking news on this again came from Chris Williams. Marc Guehi had already completed and recorded his exit video for Crystal Palace, and there are screenshots of that floating around right now with thank you Skip on it, and he's talked about obviously the great times he had there with Palace. But they have, stabbed him in the back, quite frankly. This is what happens when you do the nice guy routine. So to anybody in the media, whether it be Paul Merson, Henry Winter, or anybody else who's talking about the Isaks, the Visas, the Ezes of this world, well, what's the common denominator? They all got their move. But Mr. Nice Guy, Marc Guehi, who was nothing but respectful, played right up till the last minute, he gets shafted for being the nice guy. So not for me to say what you think of that or don't think of it, but just keep this in mind in the future when we're talking about players and why they do what they do to get their moves. Tonight we know Alexander Isak is a British record transfer signing for Liverpool, £125 million. But you've seen what he had to do to get the move. So Marc Guehi and other footballers out there, the message that this will send to those footballers is, nice guys finish last. Make sure that you and your agent look after your own interests. And again, don't believe anything that's said to you by the clubs. That's the way I see it at the minute. And look, as a fan, I'm disappointed, but I'm absolutely fine about it. We have Canade, we have Gomez, we have Leone, we have Virgil, and we will have Marc Guehi in the future. I mentioned this on the podcast, which, by the way, will be out at about 11 p.m. My only frustration in this is for Marc Guehi and his family. They've done the Liverpool medical. They've been told that this deal was going to go through. He's sitting there in Liverpool gear, and this has pulled the plug right at the last minute because the manager's given an ultimatum to Steve Parish. So, disappointment for Marc Guehi. A very, very good window all around for Liverpool Football Club. And look, as I sit here, I'm a really happy and contented fan. But of course, this would have been the lovely last end to the window that we'd hoped for, which, as of yet, just unfortunately didn't happen. Marc Guehi will become a Liverpool player in the future, and I look forward to seeing him in a Liverpool shirt. But I do feel very sorry for him and his family this evening because, well, again, he got shafted by being the nice guy, and this phrase nice guy finishes last are there for a reason, unfortunately. But what we did do is have a generational transfer window, and to FSG, to Edwards, to Hughes, to everybody associated with our football club, thank you so much from a fan channel, and everybody else as well. You know, FSG have proved that they are serious about competing, that they're going to back the manager. You won't be hearing any more from me about where's the money, John, or anything like I've promised. If you look through the business that we have done in this window, we've brought in Mamadashvili, we knew that. We've brought in Leone, we've brought in Frimpong, Kirkes, Wirtz, Ekatike, Isak. It's been an absolutely phenomenal window. I probably forgot somebody there really quickly flying through everyone. I'm just trying to get my thoughts out while they're still fresh in my mind. But there is a little bit of disappointment that the Guehi deal didn't go through. You know, when we thought the deal she had gone in, we thought, well, this might just tip it over, right? This might just get the deal done. Unfortunately, you know, as we said, it's football. These things can happen. We'll revisit this in the future. But one thing I do want to say is if it is January, and truth is I don't know if it'll be January or next summer, but if it is January, we're talking about a massively reduced fee here. Somewhere maybe 15 million, something like that, maybe 20. But certainly the big money of 30, 35 million is out the window. And Glasnow's going to learn a lesson here, because next summer, when he goes to Steve Parish and said, right, Marc Guehi's left and he's gone for free, we need a centre-back. Well, if he hears the phrase, ain't got the money, gaffer, he knows why. Because he stopped the 35 million from coming into the club. Even if you were to go on and win the Europa Conference League, which, yes, will get you into the Europa League, it's still a handful of money compared to the amount of money there. But look, I digress. What we do now have confirmation of, just as I'm finishing up my video here, is Isak is now a Liverpool player. We have confirmation officially that Alexander Isak is a Red. I've just looked at an image here of him in a Liverpool shirt. It is confirmed Alexander Isak is a Liverpool player. So ladies and gentlemen, let me just say, one, thank you to all of you for an incredible summer. It's been an honour and a privilege to get to spend the time with you, to get to know so many of you over the course of this summer. I'm really excited about what the season has in store for us. Over the next few days, we'll scale things down a little bit on the channel as we look to get a bit of a breather, but we will still be putting out content. Tomorrow I will be back for a live stream, and again, I apologise that I couldn't do it today, but my family is the most important thing to me, so I've got to sort this out. And as I said, yeah, podcast will be out at 11 o'clock tonight. We do have a great summer and lots to look forward to. The league, I think, should be very much in our grasp at this point. Going back to back would be extraordinary. We hope that Isak wears the number 9, and as I mentioned, we will get that confirmation. And on Harvey Elliott as well, just a little word about him before I finish up in this video. I wish him nothing but the very best. Harvey Elliott is a Red through and through, and Aston Villa and their fans are going to get themselves a really, really good footballer, and most importantly, a really good guy as well. I don't know, as I say here now, if there is an option in there for Liverpool to buy him back. Still haven't got confirmation on that, but to Harvey Elliott, wishing nothing but the best fella at Aston Villa. A great club with a great fan base. And who knows, maybe Harvey Elliott and Liverpool's paths will cross again in a playing sense in the future. For now, though, again, thank you all so much. You don't know what it means to me to have your support. I hope we've done as good as we can for you this summer, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Apologies I couldn't be live tonight. I kept pushing it back, but ultimately couldn't get the numbers and the time to add up. So, ladies and gents, we've got some comments here from Isak. He said, I feel amazing. It's been a long journey to get here. I'm super happy to be part of this team, this club, and everything it stands for. It's something I'm proud of, and I'm really looking forward to it. So again, do check it out at your own leisure. It'll be up on the Liverpool site. I'm very much looking forward to watching the first interview with Isak. And again, thank you so much to all of you. Much love to you all, and we'll see you soon. Take care.